The Deep Space Monitoring Station hummed with quiet efficiency 300 meters beneath Tokyo's neon-lit streets. Rows of holographic displays cast their soft blue glow across the faces of Earth's most skilled signal analysts. Captain Lin Wei had spent countless nights in this underground chamber, watching for any sign of activity beyond the solar system's edge. Tonight was different. Signal anomaly detected near Saturn's rings. The station's AI announced, its voice calm and measured. Lin's fingers danced across her haptic interface, bringing up enhanced visualizations of the energy signature. The pattern made her breath catch in her throat. Nothing natural could produce such precise geometric formations. Cross-reference with all known phenomena, Lin commanded, her heart racing despite years of training. The database search took mere seconds, but each moment felt like an eternity. The results confirmed her suspicions. Unknown origin, artificial construction. The emergency alert protocols activated automatically. Within minutes, the Earth Defense Council's secure channel crackled to life. 12 holographic figures materialized around Lin's station, their expressions a mixture of concern and curiosity. "Report, Captain," Admiral Santos said, his weathered face showing no sign of the late hour. Lin projected the sensor data into the center of their gathering, where it expanded into a three-dimensional representation of the anomaly. The energy signature appeared exactly 17 minutes ago, Lin explained, highlighting specific sections of the pattern. It's growing in intensity and complexity. Based on the scale, we're looking at something massive, larger than anything humanity has ever constructed. The council members exchanged glances as the projection shifted to show real-time updates. The geometric patterns were evolving, taking on crystalline structures that defied conventional physics. Dr. Emily Chen, head of Xenotechnology Research, leaned forward in her chair. "Those formations," she whispered, eyes wide. "They matched the symbols we found in the Mars ruins last year." The chamber fell silent. 6 months ago, the discovery of ancient alien artifacts beneath the Martian surface had revolutionized human understanding of space travel. Now those same mysterious patterns were appearing in real time near Saturn. Multiple objects emerging from light speed, the AI announced. The holographic display transformed to show enormous vessels materializing just beyond Saturn's rings. Their hulls sparkled like diamonds in the sun, each ship easily dwarfing Earth's largest space stations. Admiral Santos straightened his uniform. "Captain Lin, initiate first contact protocols." "Dr. Chen, I want everything we have on those Mars symbols. And someone wake up the engineers on Project Prometheus. They need to see this." Lin's fingers moved swiftly across her console, but something caught her attention. The energy readings from the alien vessels were shifting. What had started as a steady pulse was now becoming erratic, aggressive. "Sir," Lin's voice carried an edge of urgency, "the vessels are accelerating. Their trajectory." She paused, double-checking her calculations. "They're heading directly for Earth." The council erupted in controlled chaos as status reports flooded in from outposts across the solar system. Lin remained focused on her readings, watching as the crystalline ships demonstrated maneuvers that should have been impossible for their size. "Time to Earth intercept at current velocity?" Admiral Santos asked, his calm voice anchoring the room. 72 hours, sir, unless they accelerate further." Dr. Chen's hologram flickered as she accessed restricted files. "The Mars ruins contained warnings," she said quietly. "We thought they were metaphors, but now..." She shared a new set of images, ancient glyphs showing crystalline ships breaking worlds apart. Admiral Santos stood straight, his decision made. "Initiate Defense Protocol 0, and get me a direct line to the Prometheus team on Mars. If those ships are what the ruins warned us about, humanity's going to need every advantage we can get." As the council members vanished one by one, Lin remained at her station, watching the alien fleet's inexorable approach. Humanity had dreamed of first contact for generations. Now it was happening, but not in the way anyone had hoped. The countdown to Earth's greatest challenge had begun. The enormous construction bay, carved deep beneath the Martian surface, pulsed with activity. Chief Engineer Maya Rodriguez stood on the highest observation platform, watching teams of automated construction drones weave together the most ambitious project in human history. The UE's Prometheus took shape below her, its segmented hull plates reflecting the harsh industrial lighting. Dark matter core stability at 97%, the facility's AI reported. Maya nodded, making minor adjustments through her neural interface. The ship's revolutionary power system hummed with potential, its multilayered containment fields holding forces that humanity had only theorized about a decade ago. Her wrist communicator chimed with an urgent alert. The message was brief but clear. Alien contact confirmed. Hostile intent suspected. Project deadline moved up to 72 hours. Begin final integration sequence, Maya commanded, her voice steady despite the pressure building in her chest. The construction bay erupted with renewed energy as massive robotic arms moved into position around the Prometheus. The vessel's modular design, her design, would now face its ultimate test. Dr. Marcus Webb, head of quantum computing, joined her on the platform. "They're going to want weapons," he said quietly, watching the integration sequence unfold. "Traditional weapons won't be enough against ships that size." Maya smiled, pulling up a holographic display of the Prometheus's internal systems. Who said anything about traditional weapons? The display zoomed in on the ship's unique hull configuration. Every plate, every segment is designed to capture and redirect energy. The entire ship is the weapon. Warning klaxons echoed through the facility as the dark matter core began its power-up sequence. The Prometheus's hull segments shifted slightly, adjusting to the increased energy flow. Teams of engineers rushed between monitoring stations, checking and double-checking every connection. Core synchronization at 60%, the AI announced. Maya frowned. It should have been higher by now. She accessed the ship's deeper systems, finding the problem in the quantum matrix. The solution would be risky, but they were out of options. "Reroute auxiliary power through the secondary containment grid," she ordered. Dr. Webb grabbed her arm. "That could destabilize the entire system," he warned. "We'll lose the safety buffers." "We've got 72 hours before those alien ships reach Earth," Maya countered, entering the override codes. "The Prometheus needs to be ready. We're out of time for caution." The ship's core pulsed with new intensity as power flooded through reconfigured channels. Warning signals flashed across multiple screens, but Maya held steady. She had spent 5 years designing these systems. She knew exactly how far they could be pushed. Core synchronization at 85%, 92%, 97%, the AI reported. The warning signals began to fade. Around the Prometheus, the construction drones resumed their work with increased speed. Maya accessed the ship's quantum AI matrix, reviewing its combat simulations. The results were promising. The Prometheus could reconfigure itself in ways that defied conventional space warfare tactics. Each segment could operate independently while maintaining perfect synchronization with the whole. Final hull segment integration complete, the AI announced. Maya looked down at her creation, pride mixing with anticipation. The Prometheus wasn't just a warship. It was humanity's declaration to the cosmos. "We will not go quietly." Her communicator chimed again. Admiral Santos' hologram appeared, his expression grave. "Rodriguez, please tell me the Prometheus is ready for launch." Maya glanced at her displays, at the streams of data showing system after system coming online. "Give us 12 hours for final checks, sir. She'll be ready." "You have 6, the Admiral replied before vanishing. Maya turned to Dr. Webb, determination hardening her features. "Alert all teams. We're accelerating the launch sequence." She looked back at the Prometheus, its hull now humming with barely contained power. "It's time to show those aliens what human engineering can do." The launch tunnel stretched for kilometers through the Martian bedrock, its reinforced walls lined with electromagnetic accelerators. In the Prometheus's bridge, pilot Kai Chen sat surrounded by holographic controls, his neural interface humming as it synchronized with the ship's quantum AI. All systems ready for initial launch sequence, the ship's AI announced, its voice resonating through the command deck. Maya Rodriguez watched from her engineering station, fingers hovering over emergency shutdown controls. They had exactly one chance to get this right. "Begin countdown," Kai commanded. The massive vessel trembled as power surged through its dark matter core. Outside, the electromagnetic accelerators powered up, creating a tunnel of pure energy. "Launch in 5, 4, 3. Maya held her breath, watching power levels climb steadily on her displays. 2, 1. Initiate. The Prometheus shot forward, riding a wave of concentrated electromagnetic force. G-force dampeners strained as the ship accelerated, racing through the tunnel at increasing speed. Warning lights flashed as they approached the surface exit point. "Structural integrity at 95%, the AI reported. "Approaching breakout velocity." Kay's hands danced across the holographic controls, making minute adjustments to their trajectory. The tunnel's end approached rapidly, its armored doors sliding open to reveal the rust-colored Martian sky. The Prometheus erupted from the surface of Mars like an ancient god awakening. Its silver hull caught the sunlight, transforming the ship into a brilliant star rising from the red planet. Kai engaged the main engines, and the vessel soared upward, breaking free of Mars' gravity with surprising grace. "Beginning system diagnostics," Maya announced, accessing deeper levels of the ship's controls. "Core stability holding at optimal levels. Initiating transformation sequence alpha." This was the moment of truth. The Prometheus shuddered as its hull plates began to move, each segment responding to precise quantum calculations. The ship's form shifted, sections separating and reconnecting in ways that seemed to defy physics. "Neural synchronization complete," Kai reported, his eyes closed in concentration. Through his interface, he could feel every part of the ship as if they were extensions of his own body. The Prometheus wasn't just responding to his commands. It was anticipating them. Maya watched in amazement as Kai guided the ship through a series of maneuvers that should have been impossible. The Prometheus split into multiple segments, each moving independently, yet maintaining perfect coordination. They danced through space, weaving patterns that would confuse any targeting system. "Energy redistribution test beginning," the AI announced. Maya activated the special hull configuration she had designed. The segments realigned, creating a complex geometric pattern that hummed with potential. A test drone launched from the ship's bay, firing a low-power energy pulse at the Prometheus. The hull plates absorbed the blast, channels of light racing across their surface as the energy was captured and redirected. "Energy conversion at 100%, Maya reported excitedly. "No power loss during transfer. The redirector system works." The celebration was cut short by a sudden surge in the dark matter core. Warning signals blared as power levels spiked dangerously. "Core destabilizing," the AI warned. Unknown feedback loop detected in the quantum matrix. Kay's hands flew across the controls, trying to compensate. The ship's segments began moving erratically, their perfect synchronization wavering. "Manual override," Maya shouted, diving into the ship's systems. She rerouted power through emergency channels, bypassing the destabilized sections. The Prometheus shuddered violently, its hull plates grinding as they fought to maintain formation. Slowly, the warning signals faded. The ship's segments realigned, settling back into their default configuration. In the sudden quiet, Maya and Kai exchanged looks of relief and concern. "Full system diagnostic," Maya ordered, already analyzing the data from the incident. "We need to know exactly what happened before." Her words were cut off by an urgent transmission from Earth Command. Admiral Santos's hologram appeared on the bridge, his expression grim. "The alien fleet has accelerated," he announced. "New arrival estimate, 36 hours. Whatever state the Prometheus is in, We need it ready for combat. Now, Jupiter's massive form filled the Prometheus's view screens, its swirling storms casting shadows across the ship's silver hull. The giant planet's moons hummed like jewels against the darkness, their surfaces reflecting the distant sunlight. In the command center, Captain Lin Wei stood beside pilot Kai Chen, watching the tactical displays with growing concern. Multiple contacts detected crossing Europa's orbit, the ship's AI reported. The holographic display zoomed in on the approaching vessels. Their crystalline forms caught Jupiter's light, creating prismatic cascades that would have been beautiful if they weren't so terrifying. How many? Lin asked, though she could already see the answer forming in the tactical grid. 7 capital ships detected, with approximately 20 smaller support vessels. The AI responded. Largest vessel measures 3.8 kilometers in length. Maya Rodriguez's voice came through the comm system from engineering. Dark matter core is stable, but we still haven't solved the feedback issue from the test flight. We'll need to be careful with the transformation sequences. Lin nodded, studying the approaching fleet's formation. The alien vessels moved with impossible precision, their crystalline hulls pulsing with internal light. They showed no sign that they had detected the Prometheus, hidden in the shadow of Jupiter's largest moon. All hands, battle stations, Lin commanded. The bridge lighting shifted to combat mode as crew members secured themselves at their posts. Kai, prepare for emergence pattern Delta. Maya, divert all available power to the hull redistribution system. The Prometheus hummed as energy flowed through its reconfigured systems. Through his neural interface, Kai could feel the ship's eagerness, its systems primed for action. The quantum AI processed combat simulations at incredible speed, calculating optimal attack vectors. Enemy fleet advancing on predicted course, the AI announced. Detecting energy buildup in their forward sections. Appears to be scanning patterns. Lin took a deep breath. Remember your training. We've simulated this hundreds of times. Kai, on my mark, execute emergence pattern Delta. The alien fleet drew closer, their formation spreading out to cover more space. Their scanners swept through the region, powerful enough to detect even the smallest debris. The Prometheus's stealth systems strained against the intensity of the search. They're about to pass optimal engagement range, Kai reported, his fingers hovering over the holographic controls. Lin's voice cut through the tension. Mark. The Prometheus burst from behind Ganymede, its hull plates already shifting into attack configuration. The ship split into 3 primary segments, each moving independently, yet maintaining perfect synchronization. Kai guided them through a series of maneuvers that seemed to defy physics, closing the distance to the alien fleet before they could react. Multiple energy signatures detected, the AI warned. Enemy vessels charging weapons. The first alien blast came from a smaller support ship. A beam of concentrated energy lanced through space where the Prometheus had been a split second before. Kai had already moved them, the ship's segments dancing through the void like leaves in a cosmic wind. Hull absorption systems online, Maya reported from engineering. Ready to receive and redirect energy on your command. The alien fleet's formation broke apart as they tried to track the Prometheus's movements. Their crystalline ships turned with surprising agility, but they couldn't match the human vessel's unprecedented maneuverability. Primary target locked, Kai announced, bringing the Prometheus's segments back together in a configuration they had never tested in combat. Ready for energy redistribution. Lin watched as the largest alien ship oriented itself toward them, its hull blazing with gathered power. This was the moment that would determine if humanity's greatest technological gamble would pay off. All hands, she commanded, her voice steady despite the gravity of the moment. Prepare for combat maneuver Omega. Let's show them what humanity's first star destroyer can do. Europa's icy surface reflected the battle unfolding above it, turning the moon into a mirror for the cosmic dance of light and shadow. The crystalline alien flagship unleashed its first volley, a storm of energy beams that lit up space like an artificial aurora. Through his neural interface, Kai felt the Prometheus respond instantly. The ship split into its combat configuration, each segment moving with liquid grace through the gaps in the enemy's attack pattern. Not a single beam found its target. Multiple enemy vessels adjusting position. The AI reported. They're attempting to establish a containment formation. Captain Lin studied the tactical display, watching as the alien ships moved to surround them. Maya, status on the absorption systems. All systems primed and ready. Maya responded from engineering. Hull capacitors at maximum efficiency. We can only hold the charge for 45 seconds once we start collecting their energy. The alien fleet's smaller ships darted forward, their crystalline forms brightening as they charged their weapons. The Prometheus waited, its segments realigning into a new configuration that Dr. Chen had discovered in the Mars ruins. Now, Lin commanded. As the enemy vessels fired, the Prometheus's hull plates activated. Instead of dodging, the ship's segments spread out like a blooming flower, each panel precisely angled. The alien energy beams struck the surfaces and simply vanished. Energy absorption at 30% capacity. Maya reported, her voice tight with concentration. The conversion is working exactly as designed. Through the bridge windows, they could see the alien ships hesitate, their next attack faltering as they processed what had just happened. The Prometheus's hull glowed with stored power, threads of captured energy racing across its surface in mesmerizing patterns. They're adapting their weapon frequencies, the AI warned, detecting power buildup in all enemy vessels. Kay's fingers danced across his controls, initiating the next phase of their attack plan. The Prometheus's segments shifted again, forming a complex geometric pattern that Dr. Chen had named the Lotus Configuration. The alien fleet unleashed everything they had. Space itself seemed to warp as concentrated beams of destructive force converged on the human vessel. The Prometheus's hull blazed brighter with each impact, drinking in the energy that should have torn it apart. Energy absorption at 80%. Maya called out. Core stability holding steady. We're going to have to release it soon. Captain Lin leaned forward. Kai, execute maneuver Sierra 9. Target their flagship's propulsion systems. The Prometheus moved like liquid mercury, its segments flowing through space in impossible patterns. The alien ships tried to track it, but their targeting systems couldn't predict the human vessel's fluid movements. Release sequence initiated, the AI announced. The stored energy erupted from the Prometheus's hull in a controlled cascade. Each segment released its power in perfectly timed pulses, creating a web of redirected energy that caught 3 alien ships in its pattern. Their crystalline hulls flickered as their own weapons' power was turned against them. Direct hits confirmed. Kai reported, his consciousness still merged with the ship's systems. Enemy vessels showing signs of system failure. The alien flagship pulled back, its support ships moving to protect it. Their formation had lost its perfect symmetry, uncertainty evident in their movements. They're transmitting something, the communications officer announced. It's a request for pause in combat. The bridge fell silent. Captain Lin straightened her uniform, eyes fixed on the tactical display. The alien ships had stopped firing, their weapons powering down. They didn't expect this. Maya's voice came through the comm. They'd never seen their own energy used against them before. Lin nodded slowly. Maintain combat readiness, but hold position. Let's see what they have to say. She turned to her crew, a small smile touching her lips. I think we just showed them that humanity is full of surprises. The space between Jupiter's moons became a gallery of light as the Prometheus revealed its most extraordinary feature. Maya's fingers flew across her engineering console, initiating the full spectrum analysis they had discovered in the Mars ruins. Captain, she called to the bridge, the alien ships, their crystal structure isn't just for show. It's a massive energy focusing system. They're using it to amplify their weapons. Captain Lin studied the holographic display where the alien fleet hung motionless, their request for pause still hanging in the void between them. Can we adapt our absorption systems to match their frequency patterns? Better than that, Maya responded, excitement creeping into her voice. Remember those equations we found carved into the tunnel walls? They weren't warnings, they were instructions. The Prometheus's hull began to shift again, its plates realigning into configurations that mirrored the crystalline patterns of the alien vessels. Through his neural interface, Kai felt the ship's quantum eye processing the new formations at incredible speed. Energy signature analysis complete, the AI announced. Detecting identical resonance patterns between our hull configuration and their crystalline matrices. Dr. Chen's voice cut in from the science station. The ancient builders, they must have left us these designs knowing this day would come. The Prometheus isn't just copying their technology, it's improving upon it. The alien flagship transmitted again, this time with visual data. The bridge crew watched as a holographic image materialized, a tall, crystalline being whose form shifted like liquid glass. Its movements suggested confusion, perhaps even concern. They're scanning us, the tactical officer reported, getting readings across all spectral bands. Maya's voice held a note of triumph. Let them look. The more energy they put into their scans, the more data we gather about their systems. Her hands danced across the controls, fine-tuning the hull's resonance patterns. The Prometheus's segments moved in perfect synchronization, each plate now glowing with an inner light that matched the alien vessels. The effect was mesmerizing, like watching a mirror come to life. Multiple energy spikes detected, the AI warned. They're powering up weapons again. Captain Lin straightened in her chair. Hold position. Maya, are we ready? Systems primed and synchronized. The moment they fire, we'll have total spectrum matching. The alien fleet broke their own ceasefire first. A brilliant beam of concentrated energy lanced out from one of their support ships, likely testing their theory about the human vessel's capabilities. What happened next stunned both sides. The Prometheus didn't just absorb the blast. It caught it, held it, and transformed it. The energy traveled through the ship's hull plates in a cascading pattern of light, each segment amplifying and refining it further. Energy conversion rate at 200%. Maya reported in disbelief. The crystalline configuration is doubling our efficiency. Through his neural link, Kai felt the power building within the ship's systems. The Prometheus hummed with potential, its hull now blazing as bright as any of the alien vessels. Target their weapons arrays, Captain Lin ordered. Show them exactly what they've taught us. The Prometheus released its stored energy in a precise burst that perfectly mimicked the alien's own weapon signature. The beam struck the attacking vessel's crystal hull, the matched frequencies bypassing their defenses completely. Systems across the alien ship went dark. It hung in space, its crystalline surface dulled but unbroken, disabled but not destroyed. The alien commander's hologram reappeared, its crystalline form moving in what might have been a gesture of respect. The translation matrix processed its next transmission. Your vessel. It speaks the old language. Perhaps we have misunderstood what manner of beings we face. Captain Lin allowed herself a small smile. The Prometheus isn't just a weapon. It's humanity's proof that we can learn, adapt, and improve upon any challenge we face. The alien fleet's formation shifted, moving from attack positions to a more neutral stance. The first real dialogue between their species was about to begin. The void between Jupiter's moons became a stage for the most daring space maneuver ever attempted. Captain Lin reviewed the final calculations as the Prometheus's quantum AI processed the complex sequence they were about to initiate. All systems are synchronized, Maya reported from engineering, her voice steady despite the unprecedented power levels flowing through the ship's core. The dark matter matrix is stable and responding to all simulated patterns. Through his neural interface, Kai felt the ship's eagerness, its systems humming with potential. The alien fleet remained in their neutral formation, their crystalline hulls catching Jupiter's light as they watched the human vessel with newfound respect. "Begin primary sequence," Lynn commanded. "Show them everything we can do." The Prometheus started its transformation, but this time was different. Instead of simply splitting into its combat segments, the ship's hull plates began to resonate at quantum frequencies. Each piece vibrated in perfect harmony with the others, creating patterns of light that rippled through space. "Quantum resonance achieving critical threshold," the AI announced, preparing for full spectrum multiplication. Dr. Chen's voice carried a note of awe as she monitored the readings. The ancient builders, they weren't just leaving us technology. They were teaching us how to bend space itself. The Prometheus's segments separated, each one perfectly aligned with the quantum frequencies they had discovered. But instead of remaining as simple pieces, each segment began to generate its own quantum field. "Space-time distortion detected," the tactical officer reported. "Multiple focal points forming." What happened next defied everything the alien fleet thought they knew about human capabilities. Each segment of the Prometheus appeared to multiply, creating mirror images of itself across different quantum states. The effect rippled outward until the single human vessel seemed to exist in multiple places simultaneously. "Quantum overlay stability at 95%, Maya called out. "The math from the Mars ruins was perfect. We're actually dancing through parallel space-time coordinates." The alien commander's hologram flickered to life again, its crystalline form shifting in what might have been astonishment. The translation matrix processed its words. "Your understanding of the ancient ways surpasses our own. We had thought these techniques lost to time." Kai guided the Prometheus through its most complex maneuver yet. Each quantum duplicate moved in perfect synchronization, creating a sphere of light and energy around the alien fleet. The effect was both beautiful and overwhelming, a display of power that showed humanity's true potential. "Energy matrix fully synchronized," the AI reported, ready for final demonstration. Captain Lin stood from her chair, addressing the alien commander directly. "What you thought was a primitive species has unlocked secrets you never imagined we could understand. The Prometheus isn't just a ship, it's humanity's message to the stars." At her signal, Kai initiated the final sequence. The quantum duplicates began to pulse in harmony, each one channeling energy in precisely calculated patterns. The space around them seemed to warp and flex as multiple realities overlapped. "By the stars," Dr. Chen whispered, watching her readings. "We're not just bending space, we're conducting it like a symphony." The alien fleet's sensors must have been overwhelmed by the display. Their ships rotated slowly, crystalline hulls reflecting the incredible light show surrounding them. The Prometheus had turned the battlefield into an art form, demonstrating that humanity could not only match their technology, but transform it into something entirely new. "Final sequence complete," Maya reported as the quantum duplicate slowly merged back into a single form, all systems returning to normal parameters. "We did it. We actually did it." The alien commander's next transmission carried a tone that the translation matrix identified as reverence. "We came seeking resources, but we have found something far more valuable. We're the inheritors of the ancient knowledge. Perhaps it is we who have much to learn from you." Captain Lin allowed herself a moment of pride. The Prometheus hung in space, its hull still shimming with residual quantum energy, a testament to human ingenuity and the power of understanding. The journey back to Earth felt different than anyone aboard the Prometheus had expected. Instead of returning as warriors, they arrived as diplomats, with the crystalline fleet accompanying them not as prisoners, but as equals. The blue marble of their home world grew larger in the view screens, its beauty magnified by what they had accomplished. Converting final data streams from the quantum resonance tests, Maya announced from engineering, her voice tired but satisfied. "The things we learned today. We've advanced our understanding of space-time mechanics by centuries." The alien flagship cruised alongside them, its crystal structure now resonating in harmony with the Prometheus's hull frequencies. Dr. Chen had spent hours exchanging scientific data with their new allies, piecing together the puzzle of the ancient builders. They're requesting permission to establish a joint research facility on Mars, Captain Lin reported, reviewing the diplomatic transmissions. Apparently, there are more ruins to explore, more secrets to uncover. Through his neural interface, Kai felt the Prometheus responding to the proximity of Earth's gravity well. The ship's quantum systems had been permanently altered by their experience, evolved into something beyond its original design. Every plate, every segment now carried the echo of their breakthrough. Multiple contacts approaching from Earth orbit. The tactical officer announced, "Looks like they're throwing us quite the welcome party." The space around Earth had transformed during their absence. News of the Prometheus's success had sparked a wave of innovation and excitement. Construction platforms were already adapting the new quantum resonance technologies, and the first generation of ships based on their discoveries were taking shape. Incoming transmission from Earth Defense Command. The communications officer reported. Admiral Santos requests an immediate demonstration for the Global Council. Maya's laughter carried through the comm system. "Should we show them our new tricks?" Captain Lin smiled. "Kai, initiate demonstration sequence beta. Let's give Earth a proper light show." The Prometheus began its transformation, but this time with a grace and confidence born of experience. Its hull plates shifted and multiplied across quantum states, creating a cascade of light that painted the sky above Earth. The alien fleet joined in, their crystalline ships adding their own harmonics to the display. "Energy patterns stable," the AI reported. "Quantum resonance field extending to optimal range." From the surface of Earth, it must have looked like a new constellation had formed. A dance of light and energy that represented the dawn of a new age for humanity. The Prometheus had become more than Earth's first star destroyer. It was now a bridge between civilizations. "Message from the alien commander," the communications officer announced. Their crystalline allies had chosen a name for humanity in their own language, which translated roughly to the inheritors of light. Dr. Chen's voice carried wonder as she processed the latest data. The ancient builders, they didn't just leave us technology. They left a legacy for species who could learn to work together, to transform weapons into tools of understanding. The Global Council's response was unanimous. Earth would embrace this new era of exploration and discovery. The Prometheus would become the template for a new class of vessels, ships designed not to destroy stars, but to bridge them. "Engineering to bridge," Maya called out, pride evident in her voice. "Final system analysis complete. The quantum modifications are permanent. The Prometheus will never be quite the same." "None of us will," Captain Lin replied, watching Earth's orbital platforms gleam in the sunlight. "We came out here ready for war, but found something far more valuable." The alien flagship transmitted one final message before beginning its synchronized descent toward Mars. The translation matrix rendered their words with perfect clarity. "Your ship taught us that true power lies not in destruction, but in the ability to transform understanding into wisdom. The stars await our combined journey." As the sun rose over Earth's horizon, the Prometheus led its new allies toward a future that no one could have predicted. Humanity's first star destroyer had accomplished its mission, not through force of arms, but through the most powerful weapon of all, the ability to turn an ending into a beginning.